In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today this is round 2 of my lighting upgrades. We're gonna work anyway. So this conversation is long overdue, especially now that there's speculations that Blac Youngsta was dropped from CMG. He's independent if we're going by whatever he's talking about on his Instagram page. You know, no official statement. I went and looked at the last project. I think it's called Bank something, whatever, right? It still says Collective Music or Create Music or whatever CMG. We know what CMG stands for, right? But it still says he's under DÍÄD. At least that project is. Maybe that's the last project, but that's neither here nor there. My grandmother has a saying, and she's always told us, be careful about the grave that you dig or the hole that you dig for somebody else, because that's going to be the one that you fall in. That's going to be your grave. Blac Youngsta's purpose has been served. He is, this point, just living to live. Like, and let's just be for real. When young Dolph died, when Dolph was murdered, Blac Youngsta's career fell into the grave as well. Because the question everybody's going to ask is like, what now? What next? You're nowhere near Dolph. You're nowhere near like that. You turned on the side of the city that you are from, which already is a violation in itself. But aside from all of that, your whole purpose, because a lot of us didn't really know too much about Blac Youngsta aside from like the songs with the city girls and booty, you know, all this fun stuff. People knew him more as a comedian. It wasn't till later down the line we found out, oh, this is a real serious person. Like, this is somebody that's really for real. This is somebody that's like kind of scary if you looking at it from like the outside. It's somebody you shouldn't play with. None of us knew that at first. We just all thought it was that horde. I always thought in the way beginning that this nigga like stuttered when he talked. So it was just like I wasn't really too interested in the beginning. Then I started listening to the music and it was like, oh, this is actually pretty good music. This ain't really how he is until, you know, all that stuff down the line. But when Blac Youngsta started to express his loyalty to DÍÄD, as he should have, his whole purpose went from being, you know, this fun kind of, you know, this fun street type of guy that was like, wasn't taking stuff too serious, to actually moving into my world revolves around my nemesis. It's kind of like, you know, I hate to make this comparison, but it's kind of like Batman and the Joker. It's like if the Joker dies too early in the story, who gives a fuck about Bane and all these other people and all these other part-time criminals that Batman has to fight? I want the Joker. The Joker is the person that's terrorizing us. The Joker is the person that is destroying our credibility and laughing in our face as he destroys our credibility. Once the Joker dies, what is Batman gonna do? Just go back to doing what a police officer could do? That's what I think about when I think about Blac Youngsta, and I think about how he took his career and revolved it, whatever nobody says, whatever niggas want to talk about, he took his career and he revolved it around Dolph. Dolph is dead. He's never coming back. That's that. That's a Drake the Ruler quote. It's from like most of his songs. But like, when the story ended for Dolph, the story might as well have ended for him. Because what is next? It's not like, this is the thing about why I'm saying that it's over for Blac Youngsta. And my girlfriend gonna hate this because she love this nigga. But like, it's over for Blac Youngsta, not just because of what I just said, but because Dolph is not here to defend himself. Dolph can't fight back. When Dolph was alive and getting shot and living and cocaine music faggots and all these other things that people were saying, right? It was fun. It was entertaining. It's nice to watch people go back and forth. But if you steady shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting at a dead person, that their camp is not saying nothing to you, there's nothing happening to you directly that anybody can see, because my thing is, we live in that age, if we can't see it, it ain't happening, point blank, period. If we can't see it, we ain't doing this, then it's not going on. So my whole thing is, when Dolph was alive and it was back and forth and play with your bitch and all of this, and Yo Gotti sent his soldiers out to do all of the dirty work, and the dirty work is the diss songs and they're going back and forth and doing whatever they do on social media. That's what I'm talking about. It was cool. You were still alive because, oh my God, they're going back and forth. Oh my God, like, I gotta listen to this Blac Youngsta album because what is he talking about? Now, when Dolph actually gets hit up and he actually dies, that is the end of the story. Point blank, that is it. It doesn't matter about any posthumous music. It doesn't matter about what nobody say, because they're playing it smart and his side, because you going independent really doesn't fucking matter, because you're not anything close to what Dolph was by himself independent. The problem is, you should have been independent from the jump if you wanted to do that, but that's neither here nor there. The real issue is, they're gonna let you, not the issue, but they're playing it smart by allowing you to die out. They're playing it smart by not responding and not going back and forth and not saying nothing in no interview, and we not gonna do nothing because you died when Dolph died. The best smart thing, because to have strong enemies means you're a strong person, right? But people don't never think about what goes on and what happens after the fact. He's dead. He's not here to respond. His people are not responding. His wife and children are gone about their business. What purpose, like, let's just be for real, what purpose do you serve to Yo Gotti at this point? It's not like you're making no music that anybody gives a fuck about and anybody want to actually listen to, as far as he got Glorilla right now, and then Moneybagg Yo is really, you served your purpose. You did exactly what you were supposed to do, and now to the unemployment rap bin you go, because your biggest enemy is defeated. Your biggest enemy has been destroyed. You, whether you were responsible or indirectly responsible, no matter what, right? They're gone. They're gone. They're never coming back. And like, where do we go? What do we do? Like, that's kind of it. It's like, has anybody ever played it's not Grand Theft Auto, True Crime Fight for New York City? If you remember that game on PlayStation, it was the game where the ex-drug dealer Kingpin's son turns into a police officer or some shit, and he takes down the whole drug syndicate, right? But once you finish story mode, you can actually go and clean up crime in the entire city, and the whole city will be green or blue or some shit. I don't forgot the color. But once you cleaned up all the crime and got everything out, that game pretty much was just getting into, all you can do is play story mode. The problem with you, Blac Youngsta, is story mode is over, the game is complete, everything has come to a crashing end. That's that. It's not gonna be nothing else. It's not gonna be nothing more. Nobody else is gonna come and beef with you. Key Glock is not dumb enough, because my thing is, especially with Key Glock, being that Key Glock is not doing a lot of talking, and people from over that side, I know, I think Big Moochie Grape is over there as well. A lot of a lot of names on them niggas over there, but all of those people over there all they gotta do is just ride the wave of ignoring you. Ride the wave of ignoring Yo Gotti. Ride the wave of ignoring all this, because obviously Yo Gotti's not gonna come out and say nothing. He's undisputably the king of Memphis. Let's just be for real. And we're gonna have to talk about that king of Memphis thing, because the reason, fuck it, I'ma just say it. The reason that Dolph couldn't be the king of Memphis is because he was just too emotional. He didn't know how to move, and he was clearly too emotional. Maybe the king of South Memphis, but that's something else. Yo Gotti is smarter than that. And since we at the end of the video, it's so funny because I remember when I was getting in a lot of trouble in my late teens, like 17 to 19, my whole philosophy was, man, Yo Gotti got in trouble. I know I'm gonna be all right. I know I'm gonna be good. Yo Gotti went to college. I'm gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be so straight. That was my logic. But that's something else. The thing is, nothing happens after this. Nobody, they can fizzle and phase you out. Gotti's not stupid enough to put his reputation on the line. He might say something slick, but dissing a dead person that can't respond and their people are not gonna respond is worthless. And that's really that's how we got here with Blac Youngsta. It's really nothing else. As far as him being signed to CMG or dropped from CMG, you know, it really don't matter. Whatever is whatever. Yo Gotti's gonna still get paid from that. So that's that. He can drop as many independent albums as he wants to. What are you gonna rap about now? Just being angry as fuck? Like, there's no character development. There's nothing else that's gonna really happen after this. So it wouldn't matter if you got dropped or if you left or if you went independent. I'm pretty sure CMG is probably still distributing his music, so it really won't matter. Like, it really is it is what it is. That's where we at with it. I just had to say something about this because his career just fell into the grave when Dolph fell into the grave. So thank y'all for rocking out. If you made it this far, let me know what this lighting is like, man. I can't really see from here, but we working on it. I'm gonna try to get this live situation together. So this is the dark side of songwriting. My name is Nayim. I will holla at you.